Thanks, Han. The World Health Organization has raised its pandemic alert for swine flu to the second highest level, meaning that it believes a global outbreak of the disease is imminent. Public health officials around the Bay Area say that despite deep budget cuts, they're better prepared than ever to respond if the swine flu outbreak becomes a pandemic. Santa Clara County Public Health Department spokesman Dan Petticord said that plenty of services will be affected by an $11 million budget cut, but not for communicable disease control. As of April 29th, there have not been any positive cases in Santa Cruz, but health officials are urging residents to stay home if they're sick and contact health providers if they experience flu-like symptoms and have traveled to Mexico recently or been near anyone who has.
Concerned UCSC students and some faculty have taken to the streets in the first of a series of rallies to protest the UC budget cuts. The group has been marching through the streets protesting cuts to Community Studies Department, the Latin American Studies Program, and the Humanities. With slogans like "Bail out schools, not banks," they marched to the offices of the Dean of Social Sciences and the Dean of Humanities in order to promote democracy in our educational system.
At UC Santa Cruz, there are enriching cultural events year-round, and springtime means an abundance of film festivals. Lizette de Arcos reports on Latin American issues presented through the films of the 6th Annual Film Festival, Cine Maíz.
I'm at the Media Theater for the 6th Annual Latin America Film Festival, Cine Maíz.
A lot of issues are brought up actually in Cine Maíz. All of our films are very different. They come from different countries and focus on different things. Even though some are like comedies, some are dramas, some are documentaries, they mostly all pretty much show a realistic perspective of Latin America, bringing up issues of globalization, war, homophobia.
Basically what happens is the committee, which is 8, 9 students, we sit around a large table and we talk about films and what we think, if anyone's heard of any good films, look at other film festivals, what they've been showing, like the San Francisco Latin Film Festival, and just kind of go through them and see what we can get a hold of, what we can't get a hold of, what's in our budget, what's not in our budget, and then just start narrowing it down.
I think there's 2 things about Cine Maíz that are really important. One is that we are able to bring films from all these different countries that really don't hit the mainstream market. So we expose a lot of students to, new films, new type of cinema that usually is not explored here on campus. And also we are able to expose them to the relevant issues.
If a UCSC student were interested in helping out next year, how would they go about doing that?
We usually advertise our meetings at the beginning of fall quarters, so look for Facebook notifications or flyers going around. Other than that, if you don't hear anything by fall quarter, just email us at cinemaiz.ucsc@gmail.com and just give us your name and contact info, and then we'll let you know when the meetings are.
It's called Cine Maíz, Cine meaning cinema and maíz meaning corn. So we have crazy corn and we have watermelon, and we're going to have jarritos and deep fried chips and all these crazy cool things for about $1 each.
Just come out. If you're not able to come out this year, then hopefully we'll put on this event again, and we'll get funded to put on this event again next year. And it's a lot of fun. We have food for sale. The films are, they're all great. They're all different. I'm sure there's something for everyone.
Great food, great films. What more can you ask for in between midterms? This is Lisette de Arcos for Banana Slug News. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Lizette. The Santa Cruz SPCA has been a vital part of our community, striving to provide pets in need with the best quality of care possible. Relying on donations and supportive volunteers, they have been able to meet the needs of helpless pets and improve their quality of life. However, our recent economic crisis is making this mission all the more challenging. Here's Stephanie Diaz with the silent victims of these difficult times.
Due to recent foreclosures, the rates of homeless animals has skyrocketed. Let's find out what we can do to help.
This SPCA no-kill facility has for years rescued a countless number of homeless pets, but what does the increasing number of abandoned foreclosure pets mean for organizations such as these?
Well, it means that the other animals that come into the shelter have even less room than they did. in the past, I've never seen this many animals come in from foreclosure. And at least at the Santa Cruz SPCA, we're a private rescue group. We're a no-kill. So we rescue primarily from other shelters. And those shelters need our help more than ever now because they're just filling up at a much quicker rate.
Market reports indicate that last year in Santa Cruz County, foreclosures and sales for loss more than tripled.
We've had a lot of foreclosure animals come in. Before it used to be, I would see one maybe every 6 months or something like that. Now, maybe half of them are.
According to the ASPCA, it is estimated that up to 1 million pets are at the risk of becoming homeless during this economic crisis. Now more than ever, the SPCA needs your help to continue serving the overwhelming number of animals in need.
Monetary donations is the greatest need. Most of our funding goes towards vet care and that sort of thing for the animals. So that's our number one concern, is making sure that they all have proper vet care. Secondly, of course, donations of food we can always use, things that we would have to buy anyways, flea treatments and that sort of thing. Obviously sheets and towels we can always use. We always need volunteers. We have a very small staff. We're underfunded. Volunteers kind of keep us going.
And I've been volunteering here for about 3 years now, and it is a blast. It's a lot of fun. They definitely need some help here because unlike most shelters where the dogs are in individual kennel runs, here the dogs are socialized by interacting with each other quite a bit. So we have several yard areas, and if the dogs are compatible, we let them all run around together. It's a pretty cool shelter in that you can come when you want to and stay as long as you want to, and your help is definitely needed at a place like this. Handling puppies, couldn't get much better than that. In another short while we'll be getting lots of litters of kittens coming in as well.
Sometimes they'll have a litter of puppies, say, come in, and the dogs will be too young and they need home care and special attention. So if you go through a little more training, you can bring a puppy home for just a short while until they get the attention they need, or if they have sick animals, you can, depending on the sickness, you can bring that animal home so that, one, it gets the attention it needs so it can get better, and also so that it doesn't spread any sicknesses to other animals.
And sometimes it's just because the shelter is full, so it could be a perfectly friendly dog. In those cases, the foster family helps with the adoption and that kind of thing. So it really varies depending on the animal and what the foster family can do.
I fostered a very small puppy that looked like one of the monkeys from The Wizard of Oz, the flying monkeys, and he was just so ugly in the cutest way. And he had kennel cough, so I gave him medicine 2-3 times a day. Kept him for about 2 weeks, just gave him a little exercise, but he mainly needed rest, and I got really close with him, and he eventually became well and got adopted.
For more details, log on to www.santacruzsbca.org and browse through the adorable pictures of adoptable pets and find out more about the other various ways you can make a difference.
Thanks, Stephanie. And that's it for this episode of Banana Slug News.
To find out more, check us out online at www.bananaslugnews.org.
And while you're trying to figure out what classes to take in the fall, remember that you can be a part of Banana Slug News by enrolling in Community Studies 119.
Good news and good night.
Sorry guys, we gotta sell the table. I'm sorry, we're too low on money.
Wait,
what?
You can't do that.
Sorry, I gotta
Got my chair. What? You're taking my chair too?